Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to the channel. It is early December. It is freezing, and I have blocked my financial advisor for the next 45 minutes while I make this video. And you might be able to guess by looking at the bottom right-hand corner why that is. Now, if you're in the North American server, the boxes that I have purchased will cost you $287.99, which is incredibly expensive, but it is exactly the same price as last year. And it's a little tricky this year because I'm actually going to have to get lucky. Now, if you've been following this channel for a while, for the last 3 years, I have rid the bad luck prevention mechanic the entire time. I've never really gotten lucky. I think the only time I got lucky was 2 years ago getting the tiger mouse on my second box. And you know I'm telling the truth if I can remember that. Anyways, what we're looking for here, because for those who know me, I'm on a quest to 1 billion credits. So I'm looking for lots of those 500,000 credit ones. The 100,000 ones are okay. A little gold, and I need some premium time. So the way I purchase boxes, I don't buy anything between the year. I just buy the boxes. And I've calculated it, and if this makes you feel any better, it costs me 77 cents per day to play World of Tanks, because I don't spend a dime on this game other than the Christmas time. And I'm also in flight school at the moment, so when you compare everything to a flight lesson, it's actually pretty cheap. So I'm going to need more premium time anyway this year, but if I can get a decent amount, I can purchase the 180 days instead, or maybe I'll do the 360 if it goes on sale again. Anyway, we also want those tier 10s because I don't buy tier 10s very often. Because, you know, if I have to spend money, then, you know, I'm not on my quest to 1 billion. I'm waiting to get to the 500 million mark so I can make a video how I made 500 million credits in World of Tanks. And, yeah, so we'll get started on this, but for those who haven't logged in yet, you're going to get the STRV M31. Unfortunately, I won't be able to do a 2-minute tank review on this probably until Sunday afternoon. In true fashion, I do all the low tiers first, and then I do all the high tiers. There are plenty of people who are better than me who make high tier videos, so I'll do my 2-minute reviews on the low tiers, you know, just fun gameplay, shooting stuff, what equipment should you put, is there any specific way you should play it, that sort of thing. But you didn't click on this video to do that, so we're going to do one at a time. I don't know if I'll swap, but I've always said that if I'm going to pay this much, I'd like to drag it out for as long as possible. So we're going to start right off with 250 gold, and we got our tier 2, the Renault R35 FCM. So I'm assuming this is going to be a pretty strong hull, and not a great turret. I think it has the R35 turret. I'm not so sure. Anyway, and we got a garage slot. Anyway, that's good for a decent amount of gold if we get it again. So let's open next. And what I was saying before, that it's a little tricky. So, Wargaming has 6 new tanks this year, which means we need to buy 300 boxes to guarantee it. But we only got 240, so that means we need to get 60 extra boxes before bad luck prevention. Otherwise, we may not get it. We got a style for the Char Future 4. I'll be honest, I don't really care about the styles at all. I think they look interesting, but it doesn't really bother me. I already have styles for these. Alright. Let's see, our third box. Okay, 500 gold. Not going to worry about it. Some people comment on every single box they get. I might just roll through it, maybe speed it up by 50%. I'm just flying by the seat of my pants in this video. There we go, 100,000 credits, first one. Not fantastic. I want those 500,000 ones. I can do 100,000 credits in one game in the DLC, no problem. It saves me 7 minutes. Looks like Wargaming has maybe misheard me, but that's okay. There we go, there's the big 500. That saves me about a half hour, 45 minutes of grinding. So, love to see it. Alright, looking good right now. Okay, 250 gold. We got a decent amount of stuff. I like it when it starts all the way over to the left. So, there's our guaranteed reward. We're going to really hope we got it to 60 times. So, I'm going to kind of keep tabs on it on my phone here. How many boxes we have before the bad luck prevention. Just so that I know, because I really don't have to purchase extra boxes, but I will if I really need to. So, not much to speak of so far. Did get that tier 2. I really do want on 1 tiers for my 2-minute tank reviews because those are my best performing videos. So I want those and the tier 10s. I really don't care about the tier 9s. I don't care about the tier 8s. But I know on the statistics this year, I'm going to probably get those first. So we just need to get pretty lucky here. Let's see. Alright, nothing. It's really... So it used to go the other way, for those who remember. It would start up here, and then it would go this way. So it's throwing me off a little bit. Somebody could tell me if that was the other way last year. But I don't know. What we need is it to go into that sort of montage with the train. That's what we're crossing our fingers for. And the 2 10s is here, that BZT-70. Oh, there we go. Okay, so we get a tier 3. Good. We want to get, the more we get these early, the more gold we'll get later. Don't know much about any of these tanks. Normally I research them beforehand and get all my stats set up for my 2-minute tank reviews, but I really haven't had time to do that this year. So I don't know anything about them. That one looked like a Panzer III-esque sort of vehicle. Okay, there's our first tier 4. It's just a Skoda. Looks like it could be a Skoda sort of T15, but a prototype of it, which is, I think, the Skoda T15. It's similar to a Panzer T15, which is my first tank I got a 3 mark in on the South American server. So, I don't really deserve it. Okay, cool. 3D attachment. I don't really care about these either. I honestly think they look a little ridiculous, especially the super non-historical ones. 1250 gold. I'll take that every time. But where are those tier 8s and 9s and 10s? Where are the 10s? That's what I really want. Okay, 500,000 credits. Great. Okay, a Cromwell. I've heard this thing isn't that great. We'll do a 2-minute tank review on it. It's a tier 5 Cromwell, but it's really taken a step down from the regular Cromwell, so don't get too excited about that. We're going to open up a 5 on the next one. Okay, TT15. It's Soviet. I'm not quite sure what it is. Let's go back to large boxes. Let's open 5. Let's see what we get here. Is there a way to skip this animation? Okay, there's another R35. There's another one. Okay, so we didn't quite get it. Let's go. There's the opening animation. All right, let's open 5 more. Okay, not much left. We'll do 1 more, and then we're going to go back to our ones, just because I'm a little superstitious. Getting a decent amount of gold here. That's 1,300 for that one. Okay, we're going to go back, and we're going to do 1 at a time. 23 boxes until the bad luck prevention. 12 boxes until the bad luck prevention. That's just really all we want. We need to get about 10, an average of 10 boxes before the bad luck prevention for us to get that last tank. Alright, we're down the countdown from 10. Even if we get it just a little before, and that'll go towards counting. Okay, there's our first time getting premium account. 3 days. Now, if we do hit the bad luck prevention, which we probably will unless we get one pretty close, 500,000 credits, love it, then it'll probably be that tier 8, because I think you have a 25% chance of just getting the tier 8 alone. So it looks like we're going to get the guaranteed reward. We're going to run into the block, and let's see what it is. If it's not the tier 8, if we get a tier 10 on the first one, we'll consider it lucky. It is the tier 8, the ugly thing. I have 0 interest in this tank. Really 0 interest. So, that's the one that most people get on the first go. So, whatever. Kind of what we expected. Let's keep opening. Ah, we got a 1 on our immediate next box. Now, this is lucky. So, what this just did is we built up 50 out of our 60 right off the bat. So, this is fantastic. People say I talk emotionally. I'm sure you can hear it. What did we get? Is this one of the tier 9s? What is this thing? It is. It's the TBT. I don't really know what it is, but this is fantastic. So, 2 in a row. So, 50. So, all we need to do is get 10 boxes before, and then we'll be good to go. We weren't going to get it 3 in a row. One can hope. 3 days of premium account, though. Okay. Could care less about that. Alright, let's keep it going. This is going to be a very long video, so maybe I can find something to talk about. Maybe you're listening in the car. Maybe you're just watching. Now, it is tricky. Like I said before, trying to justify spending $280 on this US is a lot, right? We really think about that sort of thing when we spend it in general. Maybe you've won the lottery. I'll tell you, I haven't. So, however, if you break it down and you don't spend any money throughout the whole year, to me, it is worth it, because this will give you what I call financial freedom in World of Tanks. You have more gold, you can buy things you want to buy. You can't go haywire spending gold because you will run out, but if you're careful, I like to use it to convert free XP. If you're careful with your gold, you can make it last. Like you see, I still have 35,000 gold left, and I bought a decent amount of stuff. Let's go back to some ×5s. And then we will actually check. Actually, we haven't checked how much we got out of the 1 box, so we'll do that right after. Another 3D style. Again, it's cool. This one, actually, I would put on just because I like the owl. It's my favorite bird. And it's simple. You know, some of the 3D styles are a little whack. A lot of people don't like these styles because they're simplistic. I do, because they just look more historical. Anyway, let's see what we get. 500,000 credits. Love it. Let's go back to large boxes. We have 55 boxes left. So let's see how much we got in 60 boxes. So we got 30,000 gold, 3 million credits. So we're on track for about the 12 million we get every year. And we got a tier 8 and a tier 9 and all of the low tiers. So good so far. And we'll just keep going. Alright, open 5 more. This is, you know, you shouldn't think about this every time I click that button, you know, I'm spending $5. You already spent the money. So, whatever. I think that's a negative outlook. I know Cookie Baby does that every time he gets it. Oh my god, you know, that wouldn't be worth $1. You don't look at the parts, look at the whole. We're going back to 1s. Right, if we look at the end of it, it will by far be worth it. It's worth it even if you ride the bad luck prevention from tank to tank. Can we get lucky again? We just need to get a little lucky one more time, and we're guaranteed. Though I would like to get maybe one of those tier 8 or 9 twice. That would be great. Another 500,000 credits. That's my favorite drop, other than the tier 10s. I'll be honest, when I say I'm excited to get the tier 8s and 9s, I'm only excited to get them because I know that I'm going to get the tier 10 later. Let's get the crap out of the way first so that we can get the good stuff. There are tanks that I've gotten out of the Christmas boxes from years ago that I still never played. And, you know, a lot of people ask me, well, why don't you sell it towards your credits? Well, when I hit 1 billion credits, I'm going to try and buy as many vehicles as possible and see what I can get. Maybe I can outfit every tank in the game, something like that, with a, you know, BIA crew or whatever. Or at least go through and buy all the fun tanks and then figure it out from there. But I really am trying to see if I can get to 1 billion. I know it's a really weird thing. There we go. There's another Beetle Wagon, or whatever you call it. 500 gold. We'll take it. Do you get a garage slot? You don't get a garage slot when you get compensation. Doesn't matter. Most of us do not need one. Alright, so we're going to ride the bad luck prevention again, it looks like. But that's okay. Alright. 4 boxes left. Another 3 days of premium. We'll take it. Can we get one here? Or are we going to ride it all the way to the end? We did get lucky earlier. Another Beetle wagon. Alright, and what are we going to get this time? Maybe it's going to be the other tier 9, probably. I think there are 3 tier 9s. We got the TDT, so we still need the E90. That's my guess. Probably the E90. It is the E90. Okay, so this is an interesting one. It's the Yagi. Actually, I'm a little excited to try this tank. It is a premium, and it hits for 750. So, if it has rounds even close to the Yagpins or E100, then I'll be excited to try it. But it has a giant cupola up here, and the lower plate's horrific. So, but it does have good gun suppression. So, we'll see. I'll definitely be playing it. I'm not going to go here and do a tank review. But let's go back to large boxes, and we're just going to do some times 5s. Alright, another 3D style, Round Town Panzer Wagon. I have this tank. Exposed transmission. I like the camo that on this. This is like the jungle one. You know, my concern with some of these styles is, you know, your turret stops here. So why do you want to advertise where you're sitting with it? And people can tell which way your turret's facing when you're on the other side of a ridge. So that's something I've never understood, but I do like the style. I do like the look. It's nice. It feels more historical than like a M53 with scuba gear, or a Grill 15 that's shaped like a fishing rod. Here's another one. Okay, this is the Coast Guard one, which I've heard a lot of hate about. Again, it doesn't look horrible to me. It looks like a standard style. I think these are bonuses. And I think that might be all of the 3D styles. Not sure. You know, it's got a nice cam on it. It's got a cool machine gun, a spotlight, and some netting. Looks fine to me. Can we start getting our first tier 10 though? What is this? Okay, interesting. Don't really care about it. 7 days of premium. First time with that drop. Okay, so here we go. So we'll have to figure out which box this is, but I think this is well before it. We're good now. So this should be a tier 10. It's either 5 tanks or 10 tanks. If there were... Okay, this is a tier 9. This is the light tank with the autoloader, I believe. Yep, Project Luis. Okay, so there are 6. So we got that on our... Ooh, I don't actually know. No, I gotta exit out to check. So I don't know, but I think we're good. I should have checked. But I think we're okay now. That was definitely well before the bad luck prevention. Okay, we have been getting a lot of the low tiers, so nice to get one of those. And let's take a look here after we've opened 120 boxes. So we got everything, all the high-level tanks except for the tier 10s. We got 50,000 gold, so... and 12 million credits. Now, this will continue to go up. We should get more in the second half. Should get more like 60,000, 55,000. A bunch of this stuff, decorations, and we got all the low tiers. So, let's keep going. We're just going to keep opening 5 at a time, I think, right until this finishes. 500, 250, and it should go to T15A, which should be 1,300. Nope, 950. All right. Nothing crazy there. 7 days of premium. 100,000 credits. Another T15. It's another... okay, that's the 1,300 one. That's what we're looking for. I'm assuming that's probably a heavy tank. That's actually medium. The heavies tend to cost more. Let's see. Are we going to get super lucky? If we can get one more before the bad luck prevention, or well before, we'll get a bad luck prevention and get an automatic or get a gold compensation for probably the tier 8. Another 3 days, 100,000. Bunch of gold there. Now, I wish they put boosters in things like this. That would be nice. I've always felt that there could be more in here, more variety. And the decorations are cool, but, you know, give us some other stuff. Maybe some crew members in here. Ooh, okay. That one's 500. Oh, that's the weird Panzer thing. Should go to T15A. That's 850, 950. All right, let's keep it rolling. We're just going to finish this off real quick. Okay, so there we go. I don't think that was bad luck prevention, but I don't know. Now, this should be a tier 10. So, I don't know which one I want more first. And I'm going to get both. The BZT70 looks pretty interesting, but from a... Okay, so we got the, whatever this is, the crocodile. So this one's interesting. It's gotten Crocodrillo. I'm going to call it the Crocodiliomai, whatever. It's got a auto reloader, but it takes just as long to reload each round, 12 seconds. Hits for 470 as a medium. I'm excited to try it. So we're just waiting on the BZT70 now. Alright, 10 bucks is available, and then we are almost done. This is actually going to be much quicker than I thought. Alright. 500,000 credits. Love it. Good, good, good. My favorite roll. Alright. After 180 boxes, so if you buy 160 boxes, this is kind of what you could expect. So you're going to get maybe a little less than this if you're going to buy the 160. So you might get one of the tier 10s. 74,000 gold, 114 days of premium, almost 10 million credits, and you should have all the low tiers, camos, and that sort of thing. All right, let's keep going. So before guaranteed reward, so we will get that last tier 10, but unless we get one in the first 5 boxes or first 10 boxes, we will not be guaranteed to get a duplicate. All right, so we need to get one here to be guaranteed a second tank. Okay, last box. Okay, so we got it on our... So we have 50 boxes to go, so we'll be guaranteed a duplicate. That's very lucky. So let's see what we get here. This should be the BZT70. Yep, there it is. And we should have 50 boxes remaining. Now this is the new heavy hitting. It's got 180. It hits for 850, that sort of thing. So we should have 50 boxes remaining. 50 boxes remaining. So we will be guaranteed one more. Now it'll probably be that tier 8 again. Okay, love it. 700,000 credits in one set. Almost a million. That's great. If we could get that every time, I'd be happy. Don't give me any of the other stuff. Just give me the credits. Okay, 950 gold compensation. Great. Don't care about that. And some gold. Wonderful. Good 100k. Saves me 7 minutes. 7 to 10 minutes each time I get that. So we saved almost about 20 minutes right here. People say, well, you know, you have to grind for it, so you can just grind for the credits, so it doesn't really matter. But it just speeds it up for me. I don't spend all that much gold. There we go, another 500,000. Great, I'd love a million rolling here, that'd be great. Another 100. Okay, we got 700,000 in this set too. Maybe we'll clear 13 million this year. We might do better than that. We're getting a lot of these 500 rolls. 15 boxes available. We're going to do our last 10 individual. Alright, back to large boxes. We're going to do these one at a time. I can't believe normally this takes me about an hour and a half. 100k, we'll take it. Alright. This is perfect. Now, if we hadn't gotten that back-to-back like we did earlier, we probably would be not getting the BZ70 this year. And then we may have waited, see if we got see if we got it from any of the free boxes we get. 500k, love it. Okay, another Beetle Wagon, or whatever it's called. I'm going to call it the Beetle Wagon. 5 boxes remaining. 100,000, fine with me. 500, fine with me. 3 boxes to go. Are we going to get it one before? Maybe we can get back-to-back on the last 2. Nope. All right. What are we going to get here? I'm really hoping it's a tier 9. It is a tier 10. We got the Crocodrillo, 22,000 gold. That's incredibly lucky this year. So, if I complain about not having good luck next year, you can roast me. Because I had good luck this year. We got the back-to-back, followed by just lucky enough to get the Crocodrillo on our last one, getting us an additional 22,500 gold. The only thing better would have been the BZT-70. The only thing better. Let's see what our final statistics were. So we got 35 vehicles. We got every single one. All of the 3D attachments, 120,000 gold, pretty much. All the decorations. We made 13.4 million credits. I think that's the highest I've ever gotten. We are at 151 days of premium, which should put us very close to the end. And all of the styles. So let's take a look at what our stats look like now. So because of that, we're up to 155,000 gold. Still got the bonds and 418 million credits. So thank you so much for watching. Now, just remember, just because I got lucky, I had 3 years of bad luck. So just remember that assume you're going to ride the bad luck mechanic and assume you're going to get the tier 8, followed by the tier 9s, followed by the tier 10s. So play it that way, do the calculations, decide if it's worth it. And you can check at each interval, the 60, 120, 180, and 240, and decide if it's worth it for you. But your results should look pretty similar to mine. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Spend your money responsibly. Don't go too crazy, but if you need to justify it and you can afford it, just remember, if you don't spend anything for the entire rest of the year, it's 70 cents a day, 77 cents a day. So if that's how you have to justify it to your spouse or your guardian or whatever, there you go. But be responsible. Don't spend any money you don't have. Again, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you probably not for a while in the next 2-minute tank review. See ya.